So in your group, you should have decided, what are we going to need? What will help us be successful? Two groups still need items. So with your items, you must now work together to trade. I think you might miss some instructions if you're talking while talking. Don't you? So you will trade with each other. You will make your own deal. You will barter this for that. You may also come up to me. Remember, here's your conversion chart up here, but I also have a poster right up in front of here that says what you can trade me. You can trade 4 blankets for a gun. Are you listening, boys?
Yep, we're just playing.
You can trade 2 blankets for a hatchet. A hatchet? Do you anybody know what that is?
Yeah, I can teach you.
Caleb, what is it?
Like a little axe.
A little axe. Yep, a little axe. So you might need it. Okay? You can choose 2 animal pelts or 5 beads for 1 blanket, 4 animal pelts for 10 beads for 20 pounds of meat, or 2 animal pelts for 5 pounds of corn and potatoes, or 2 animal beads for 5 pounds of sugar and spices. Remember, you might be able to make better deals from some places others than the trading post. But that's up to you. Alright? So you will have, looking at the clock, you will have 7 minutes to trade. That's all. You may begin. Okay.
I've got a gun. I have
Hold on, one at a time. You would like a gun? Then you only get 5 pounds. What would you like? How many?
I know that.
Okay, I got it. 2 beads or 10 beads. You can get 20 pounds of meat. You can get 2 blankets or 10 pounds of corn and potatoes. So how many pounds? Okay. You need it if you want to. Hey. I just think you want a gun.
No, it could be any price. It could be any price. Who
Oh, we gave her beads. No. You can get beads. We got guns that will chase the Indians go wild. Oh, they are wild. Marshall, what are you gonna get? Bring gun. I'll bring you one for the time. No, we're not giving you a gun. You want to There's 3 over here.
10 pounds meat for this. Already got the baby. How many blankets do we have? 3 blankets. Let me get 2. I'm sure another one. I need 1. I want
Pack is leaking.
We didn't waste on everyone good. Yeah. But if you need to go wild, we only need 1 more. I'm done. Whatever you need on this. Oh, we don't have beans. Put the hatchet with the gun. You need 2 hatchets. No, I'm gonna drink. No. I'll get you a drink.
You have 2 minutes. I have no kids in that bar. For the hatchet color.
Other than this gun, we're not giving the gun. I don't want the animals to go.
I'll trade you.
No, not giving you the gun.
I still have 1 gun.
We have like 2. We have I believe you guys. How many flavors do we have? Well, no, don't.
You're cutting deep, dude. Cutting deep.
I need another
Don't you dare try that food.
What do you want for those animal colors?
You're not giving this stuff up. You need to meet.
Marshall, we may need You got rid of all yours. I got 2 cards. Where'd you get them? I got lights are on. Thank you. No, I bought them. We're waiting. All right. Look at your materials on your desk. You need to lay them out to where I can see them. We did. Let's find out if you survived the winter. To survive the winter, you would have had to have a little bit of everything. You would have had to make sure that you had blankets to support all of you, to keep you warm. You needed to have either a hatchet or a gun so that way you could get meat if you needed it. So this is what you needed to have. Do you have 5 blankets?
No.
If you have 5 blankets, please raise your hand. Ooh, 8. We only have 2 groups. Listen. Your time. We can do this activity again, but if you're not quiet and we can't get through this process, we won't be able to do it again. Understand? Boys, do you not understand that? So we have 2 groups that had enough blankets. You need to have blankets so that way you can survive, so you can stay warm. If you freeze and you catch hypothermia, you'll die. Okay? You needed to have 2 hatchets or 1 gun. If you have 2 hatchets or 1 gun, raise your hand.
We got one of each.
So 3 guns ended up at 1 group. 3 guns, you could have traded
And 1
for
hatchet.
very valuable resources.
That's what I was gonna do.
So unfortunately,
I didn't know we all had that.
unfortunately, they have 3 guns, but they aren't going to live because they don't have any blankets.
We're gonna die.
Bummer. You needed to have 10 animal pelts.
Oh, nope.
It looks like all the animal pelts ended up at the trading post.
We have 4.
I will stay nice and toasty and have clothing and hats. Because out of raccoon skins you can make hats, you can make clothing, you can make coats, you can make blankets, you can do a lot of things with animal pelts. But looks like me at the trading post, I'll be okay.
We got 4.
Well, you needed to have 40 pounds of meat. What are you going to eat?
We have 80.
We have 80.
We have 10 pounds of meat. Take this one back here, it's looking like they did pretty well.
We only got 6
You needed to have 15 pounds of corn and potatoes. You needed to have some other type of food for meat. You needed to have 20 pounds of sugar and spices.
What?
20 pounds of sugar and spices. And you needed to have 10 beets to trade with. So this group over here, I think probably did our best. They had how many pounds of meat?
They were
80. They had 80 pounds of meat. How many pounds of sugar and spices?
25.
25 pounds of sugar and spices. How many potatoes? 20 pounds of potatoes. They made it. They have a gun. They have a hatchet. They have 10 animal pelts.
We got blankets.
And they have
5 blankets.
5 blankets.
What? We didn't have 2
It is
hats.
true.
Yeah.
But see how their strategy to keep as many items as they could paid off?
I know. Thank you.
So at this time, you will trade again. I have not given instructions to begin. Okay? You're going to keep the items that you have. So somehow, this group, for example, is going to want to trade 3 of their guns. Knowing that you need to have these items, what are you going to do? Group, I don't think you'll be able to participate. Aniston might be the only one to survive from her family. So have a seat and listen to my instructions. Down. Thank you. That's your last warning. Next time, Aniston will be the only one in your family surviving, okay? You know what you need to have. You can make deals with me. Since I have all of the pelts, what deals are you going to make up at the trading post to get some pelts? You can't trade me pelts for pelts.
Why not?
I won't take them. But I get to decide if I'm going to take that deal or not. So it's up to you to offer me a deal. So you have 5 minutes to complete this next trading. Your 5 minutes begin now. What are you going to offer me?
30.
Hey. No.